Hello, greetings, this is Gilles Mention. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to come and say hello for guidance, support and inspiration. I'm going to pull a few cards. I wanted to discuss briefly a subject that is the power of choice rather than cause and effect. It is the movie Matrix. Neo meets the Mirror of Vengeance, and they are like face to face with this philosophical aspect of something. The group of Neo say, well, it's all about choice, and the Mirror of Vengeance said, no, it's cause and effect. For in essence, most choices are completely insignificant. Well, there is significance, but it's just preference. I like to drive a blue car, I like to drive a white car, I like to eat apples, I like to eat strawberries, I like to go on the highway, I like to go on a small road. This is really the only choice that is supremely, that has supreme meaning is the choice to believe in eternal life, to believe in the heart, to follow the heart, to follow your own truth and light. This is the only choice, and then everything else will change as a result of that choice in the world of cause. Understanding that love is the beginning and the cause and the end of all things from the heart perspective. For everything, if everything that comes from us is love, after it will complete its circuits and return to us as love, no matter what the flow of things happen. And sometimes life is in this world we can see that there is the absence of love, the absence of understanding, the absence of light. But we're moving into as we tune into that inner self, we are discovering this connection, and it is an unfolding. We may not know everything, but it's revealed little by little, and we have to make sure we trust that. For that is the most important thing to trust, is the inner voice, the voice of the heart. And the highest wisdom for us today is intuition. So intuition is about bridging it's about bridging the connection, following the ideas of synchronicity, of timing, of flow, and intuition opens up to so much more when it comes to psychic powers. So it is important to be rational, but to also leave a space for intuition. What we need to understand is generosity. It's how to receive and how to give, how to be generous with not to be open, to be open to love, open to give, open to receive. For it is important, and the more generous we are, usually there is this idea of hybris. We cannot be too. Everything that's too much is too much. But the more generous we are, in a general sense, the more life will be generous with us. What we need to do is well-being. It's the card of well-being. What will increase our well-being? We're doing things that increase our well-being each and every day. We're becoming more aware, and so we make adjustment within ourselves. And the general message is authenticity. It's about being our true self, to being who we are. For we do not know who we are, but if we seek, we will find. And so this is really the outcome: is to find ourselves, to find the divine soul, to recognize ourselves as an eternal being of light and love and glory that is connected to God in the most intimate way, and for that is the illusion, is the belief that we can be separated from God. And well, of course this is part of the plan. God created the universe. He knew that we were gonna go out and explore all kinds of things outside of the range of the divine, but yet the divine embraces all, understand that God is present everywhere. God is below you, God is on your level, and God is above you. It's on the right, on the left, on your back, in front, inside, outside. So there is nothing that can ever surprise God. For God, there is nothing that God knows everything, and so. But it is this reconnecting to this essence of self, and here we have the wheel, which is the Archangel Jeremiel. It's really the new beginning. This card is really the card of magic and miracle and new beginnings. It's floating, is in levitation here. You can see that we have this power that this anti-gravity power that we'll be able to float over the earth very soon. It's something that's potently activated within our DNA, all kinds of magical power. Yet understanding that psychic power and magical power, even if we would get a lot of it, will not accelerate spiritual growth. Spiritual growth is completely independent of process even, and so. But it is good to have a process. Yet it is a process. Our tools. It's only tool that we use to increase the quality of our life. And so it is good to keep a spiritual process, but to understand those are just tools. Everything that is part of the world is a tool for growth and evolution. And at the end of this life, the only thing we bring with us is our consciousness. Our consciousness is the only is the only thing that we truly possess. For nothing in this world, everything is ephemeral. Yet we want to make the most of it, be present in the present, and enjoy this life, enjoy whatever you have, enjoy it, and then you can always ask for more. But sometimes to be happy with what we have without having to ask for more is sometimes quite relaxing. And here it says a new beginning, arriving at a term. Change of direction to access happiness. So it is very essential. There is we have to be able to adapt to whatever life is telling us inside of us. For it is important to tune into this inside power, inside guidance, inside vision every morning, every night, to tune in to that or through meditation or throughout the day to know that. There is silence is the greatest prophet of all. Everything will be revealed within silence, so we have to make space within our mind. I'm going to pull a few cards from the Akash. For the highest wisdom is the Celtic card today. So Celtic is the power of nature, is the power of plants, is the recognition of divinity within all things. Everybody's got this aspect of divinity, even animal, even plants, and the Celts really knew that trees were higher beings. In a sense, we have not discovered that. We treat them as things that we're going to use to build our things, but they have consciousness and they have intelligence even. And so this Celtic is a part of this wisdom, is reintegrating. What we need to understand is trust and faith. Trust and faith is the essential, is the key to ascension. For if we do not have that trust, if we do not have that faith, we will remain where we are. But as we trust and we have faith, the more the Buddha said, if your faith is as big as a mustard seed, which is very small, you will be able to move mountain. And that is because the mustard seed may seem to be very little, but when it comes to faith, it is everything. And so understand, sometimes small things are more precious than big things. Sometimes less is more. We are in a society that's on the brink of change. So we have to allow all the old to live, and so that's what we need to do. This is a war and battles. It's about ending those wars and battles. It's about making peace within ourselves and demonstrating the value of peace. For everybody wants peace, inner peace, and those who there are many souls who are not on that level they recognize themselves by the violence they can project or by the power they can obtain, but in many sense we are moving into a new parameters, and those old external power will be like snow, that when the sun comes the snow will melt, and there's no the paradigm is changing. There is nobody can prevent that. There is higher forces in the universe that will bring this world into alignment one way or the other. And so as we end those wars within ourselves, we find karmic relation. We accept the relationships that we have, and we learn from every relationship. Some karmic relationships are usually they are connections with other people that we have planned to work in a certain way, so that when we meet those people, they trigger negative or positive energy. When it's positive energy, positive karma, we can it's like love and increased joy and happiness to be together. But sometimes some people we have negative relationship with them from a past life because of some action that was taken, and so it needs to be resolved. So the best way is forgiveness for all those things and people that are not producing this joy within ourselves. And then from there, as we do that, we'll find the vessels. Will be able to travel, we'll be able to be free, we'll be able to explore. For life is an adventure. We came here because we wanted to have an adventure. What is this adventure? It's the experience of life, but it is a very long process. We only see one life, and so but once we'll see the whole process, we'll have all our memories open, we'll understand the significance of each and every incarnation, each moment of now. And the outcome is to be the scribe or the writer. For me, it's important. Spirit is encouraging me to write a second book. I want to close this one first, but to go into the next book. And so it is important to write down, to communicate, to share. Sometimes by writing, you can be a lot more precise than we are verbally. And so. So I hope this message was interesting and meaningful for you. The painting behind me is part of a series of Neo-Metacosmic. I had in 1992-1993, I had a Metacosmic series of paintings that were like cosmic paintings, and then I went into other things, celestial and so on. But in 2008, I had a return. I did about 15 magnificent paintings, and they're more metacosmic, which is like the access to the sum of all cosmic reality, when where meta means the end of it. So in many sense, this is like a portal. It is like a black hole. But we see that there is so much that is hidden. There is so much more that is hidden. There is a lot that is revealed. There is this great dynamic reason. It's like a portal. Some people thought that my signature was too big, but it's my painting. I kind of like it the way it is, so I left it like that. In many sense, always easy to criticize. It's always easy, but the only the one that never made a mistake is he who has never done anything. For we came to make mistakes, although I do not believe the big signature is a mistake. I think it fits perfectly well, but we have to allow ourselves to make mistakes sometimes, and it is through our mistakes that we grow and learn. I'm going to sing a song because that's been going through my head so intensely for the past few days, and I want to clear up my mental space. So I think if I sing it, maybe it's a tribute to one of the greatest authors of the 20th century, Mr. Bob Dylan. It's a beautiful song. It goes like this. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Though I know that evening's empire has returned into sand, vanished from my hand, left me blindly here to stand, but still I'm not sleepy. My weariness amazes me, I'm branded on my feet. I have no one to meet, and the ancient empty streets too dead for dreaming. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Take me on a trip upon your magic swirling ship. My senses have been stripped, my hands can't feel to grip, my toes too numb to step, wait only for my boot heels to be wandering. I'm ready to go anywhere, I'm ready for to fade onto my own parade. Cast your dancing spell my way, I promise to go under it. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. Though you might hear laughing, spinning, swinging madly across the sun, it's not aim at anyone, it's just escape on the run. And but for the sky there is no fences fencing. And if you hear vague traces of skipping reel of rhymes, to your tambourine in time, it's just ragged clown behind. I wouldn't pay it any mind, it's just a shadow you sing that is chasing. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning I'll come following you. And take me disappearing through the smoke rings of my mind, down the fogging ruins of time, far past the frozen leaves, the haunted, frightened trees, harder to the windy beach, far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Yes, to dance beneath the diamond sky with one hand waving free, silhouetted by the sea, circled by the circus sands, with all memories and fate driven deep beneath the wave. Let me forget about today until tomorrow. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle, jangle morning, I'll come following you. Thank you very much. It's a beautiful song. Thank Bob Dylan. I wanted to just wanted to come and say hello to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to returning soon. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.